Chicken coop. Right now this morning, overnight fire ahead. What we know about an early morning fire at a home under construction in Onalaska. And changing Thanksgiving ahead. Why more families are changing up their Turkey Day menu.
Plus, we're looking at colder air this early morning to start your day with a slight breeze, but partly cloudy skies will ensue with a slight chance of a snow flurry or two later on. We'll talk about that in just a moment.
Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us for News 8 Now this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Mark Jarrett.
It is November 25th, Tuesday, November 25th, correct?
Yes.
All right, they're testing me this morning, not having that in the prompter. It's cold, 20s. Is this your first taste of the 20s while living here?
I've had 20s up in, Spokane.
Okay,
And,
okay. So
yeah.
you're getting reacclimated.
No, not really. That was the
It's
most
hard to.
bone-chilling I've ever come across until this early morning.
It's a rough
Hey,
morning.
do you guys see, she's looking wonderful in this color right now. Fantastic. Her eyes are like, hey, I've got the gray eyes. All right, as we get into it right now, you're holding on to the possibility of your forecast to be pretty chilly to start this early morning. And we're going to hold on to some 20s and 30s for your highs for the day, so that's going to stick around as well. The clouds will also get up to at least partly cloudy for the afternoon, and then quite possibly getting into mostly cloudy skies and maybe that slight chance of a flurry moving into the area, and it will be light and get out of the way pretty quickly. We're holding on to, again, as we look at Menominee here, holding on to the possibility of a little bit of iciness on the roadways if there is some moisture on the ground, because it's been a little bit iced over for some locations. Even puddles that are in parking lots are picking that up. You can see some of this kind of coming into some areas here as you go right along County Road and east-west there. Let's take a look here as we get into La Crosse as well as Eau Claire. I showed you this a little while ago. 21 degrees right now for La Crosse. We're holding on to clearing skies. And of course, over in Eau Claire, you have now 17 degrees out there, and they're under mostly clear skies. Rainfall is still in the process here, holding on with this area of low pressure extending still up into Canada and back down to our area here locally with dry conditions for now, but we're going to see more clouds kind of sneak into the forecast as we go through the day. And as that happens, well, you've got the cloud cover coming in, but there are the clouds heading our way, and that'll keep going on into the afternoon as well. When I come back, your full forecast coming up in just a bit, so stick around.
We will see you then, Art. Thank you. Multiple fire departments were called to an Onalaska house fire early this morning. The call came in around 1:15. Flames engulfing a home being built on Emerald Valley Drive. La Crosse, Shelby, Holman, and Onalaska crews were all dispatched. Within minutes, most of those departments were released from the scene.
In an initial cruise, the lieutenant on duty asked for Mavis, our box car, to the first level, which brings in some resources from around the area, just due to the initial reports of a large structure fully involved.
Crews on scene said with limited building materials inside the unfinished home, they were able to contain the fire quickly. A former Rivercrest elementary teacher pleaded not guilty in court yesterday to 10 felony child sex crime charges. 25-year-old Madison Bergman allegedly had an inappropriate relationship with an 11-year-old student in her class. Investigators say Bergman and the child exchanged more than 35,000 text messages as part of that relationship. She's free on a $25,000 cash bond and returns to court in December. The Monroe County Court moved forward in the case of a man caught with a massive amount of fentanyl. Police arrested 45-year-old Marcus Stokes during a May traffic stop after finding 300 grams of the deadly drug. He faces charges of possession with intent to distribute. The case now heads to trial, with Stokes due back in court in March. Also in court yesterday, 59-year-old Paul Stokes. He's accused of cutting another trucker's throat. That happened at the West Salem Quick Trip after a parking dispute. He's now facing several charges. His lawyer pleaded not guilty on his behalf. And a judge in L.A. heard testimony from the family of Eric and Lyle Menendez in support of their bid to have them released from prison. The brothers are serving life without parole for murdering their parents. Defense attorneys claimed it was self-defense from sexual abuse.
I do want them home. They should never have been in such situations as presented themselves. What can a kid do when its father's...
The judge delayed his decision on whether to resentence them until January, saying he needs time to review 17 boxes of documents and give a new Los Angeles County DA time to weigh in on the case. This morning, President-elect Donald Trump is threatening to impose tariffs on the nation's three biggest trade partners, Mexico, Canada, and China, as part of his campaign pledge to crack down on illegal immigration and drug trafficking. It comes as Trump is also taking a victory lap after the Justice Department's special counsel moved to have 2 federal cases against him dismissed. CBS's Jared Hill reports.
A new plan from President-elect Donald Trump to punish 3 countries could make life more expensive for Americans. Day one, Trump is threatening to impose a 25% tariff on all imports from Mexico and Canada, plus a 10% tariff on goods from China. It's part of his effort to combat the flow of illegal migrants and drugs.
You want to allow drugs to come through our southern border? We're going to tariff you. You want to allow them to come through Canada? We're going to tariff you.
China, Mexico, and Canada are the top 3 exporters to the U.S. Also, on Monday, the President-elect scored 2 judicial victories. First, a D.C. federal judge dismissed the election interference case against him just hours after special counsel Jack Smith said it should be dropped.
The Constitution mandates that they cannot prosecute a sitting president, and that is the basis for the motion to dismiss.
Smith also requested that Trump be removed from the federal classified documents case out of Florida, which is currently on appeal.
I did absolutely nothing wrong. He's a deranged person.
Trump has long criticized the cases, vowing to fire Smith once he took office. On social media yesterday, Trump called the cases a political hijacking.
President-elect Trump still has yet unresolved legal cases in the states of New York and Georgia. The judge in New York has delayed sentencing after Trump's jury conviction in the so-called hush money trial. The Georgia election interference case also on hold. Trump's lawyers plan to push for those cases to be dismissed. The Thanksgiving travel period is here. TSA expecting a record number of people to fly from today through Monday, today being the busiest day of the season. This comes as the FAA expects to have the most airplanes in the sky today. The administrator says that could make staffing a struggle. So could inclement weather that could compound those issues. Make sure you check for delays and cancellations before you head out the door for the airport.
Getting that intel, seeing where your plane is coming from, can give you that inside scoop to say, hey, look, and try to call the airline and switch to a different flight that day.
And in related news, AAA predicts 71.7 million people will drive 50 or more miles for Thanksgiving. It says lower gas prices are a factor there. Robin Vos is returning as Assembly Speaker with his eyes on Wisconsin's $4 billion surplus. Vos telling a Milwaukee News affiliate he wants those dollars going back to taxpayers, though Governor Evers vetoed similar cuts last session. While Democrats call for more education spending, Vos says that's off the table after last year's increase. The Speaker is also pushing to require state employees work in office at least 3 days a week. Time is running out for La Crosse residents to use the city's yard waste site. The brush and yard waste facility will close for the season tonight at 6 p.m. After that, you'll need to take your yard waste to the county landfill. Inflation frustration is impacting food banks and pantries just as the holidays hit. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall looks at how it's affecting the shelves of the Wafer Food Pantry.
And everything is high. People can't really afford to donate like they used to. Everybody's cutting back on everything.
Angela Jordan just started coming to Wafer Food Pantry. She's not surprised that it's receiving fewer donations. Since last year, fewer people have donated to the food pantry. Executive Director Erin Waldhart says one of the big reasons is inflation.
Cost of groceries is high. That affects your bottom dollar. It also affects ours.
Right now, the pantry is serving 1,500 families a month. But with the holidays approaching, Waldhart is expecting that number to increase.
We've been so busy. We have lines to or out the doors most days for the entire time that we are open. It feels busier. The volunteers feel busier. We have just seen that consistent need.
With fewer food donations, the food pantry is using monetary donations to buy more items to fill their shelves.
As donations go down, we are responsible for ensuring that we have a complete food package every time somebody requests one. So yes, we have been purchasing more items to make sure the shelves are stocked. But our costs are more too. So every time that we need to purchase something, it costs more than it did about a year ago.
In La Crosse, Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now this morning.
Anyone interested in donating to Wafer Food Pantry can stop by during their normal business hours, Monday through Friday. You can also make monetary donations online. Time now is 6:10, still ahead. Walmart says it's cutting back on its DEI programs. Microsoft Teams and Outlook experienced some outages yesterday. And California producing an oversupply of energy with solar. And turkey and all the trimmings, not for everyone this year. Why more families are dishing traditional Thanksgiving dinner and what they're serving instead. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Today is National Cake Day, a day to celebrate one of the most popular and diverse desserts around. There are countless styles of cake, including red velvet, angel food, and upside down. You can join in on the fun today by making a cake from scratch or maybe a box. If you don't have baking skills, pick up a cake from a bakery to share with family and friends. Yum. For now, leaving you with a live look inside of Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Oh, I know that terminal well. This is where lines are already forming ahead of this week's busy travel holiday. The TSA is expecting a record-setting number of travelers this year. Stick with us. We will have the latest updates from the skies and the roads throughout the morning.
Beat the Black Friday crowd and come to Home Furniture's pre-holiday sale. Everything is on sale. Plus, get an extra 15% off floor models and clearance and pay no interest for 3 years. Don't wait. Hurry in for the best selection during the pre-holiday sale at Home Furniture.
One of the biggest mistakes you can make when shopping for a car is committing to a loan payment. Once you do that, you've lost control over the entire transaction. Control over the price of the car, what you're gonna get in trade, maybe even your interest rate. So if you want someone to help you along with this transaction, give me a call or one of my great loan officers.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
When the time comes to update or remodel your current recreational vehicle, Jim's Truck and Trailer is here to help. Our experienced design team will work with you and develop a plan to fit your lifestyle and needs. We can take on any size renovation, from installing a sofa to a complete makeover, including walls, lighting, floors, cabinetry. Whatever the scope of your renovation plan is, we are here to create your vision. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. Repair, refinish, remarkable.
The holidays. And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the Board Store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the Board Store Home Improvements.
It's the Tempur-Pedic Black Friday sale at Home Sleep Express. Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get a $300 home shopping cart, free white glove delivery, and pay no interest for 5 years. The Tempur-Pedic Black Friday sale at Home Sleep Express.
All right, good morning to you as we start your day here. We're holding on to the possibility. There we go, rainfall sneaking into the picture. Now, I've been showing you this before because we have this area of low pressure that's still over us. Remember that? We've been dealing with that for the better part of yesterday. Now, this will also start to continue to track a little bit more to the east, but it's also going to draw some moisture coming in from the west as well. We'll keep an eye on that. So right now, not much happening for us here locally. It's just some clear skies all the way down from La Crosse getting down to the south. Mostly clear skies getting into areas by Eau Claire and Wausau. And there you go, boom, there are your clouds right there. There's your cloud cover coming into the area. And then, of course, we've got the clearing skies down to the south. That being said, the observed winds, we're looking at them. That's what's keeping the fog away from us right now. They're up at least about 10 miles per hour. So wind gusts also will sneak up to Wisconsin Dells at 22. So we'll see those winds hovering around 22 miles per hour this morning and then taper down into the afternoon going into the teens. All right, La Crosse, the temperatures right now, 21 degrees out there. Clear skies, currently getting into at least more sunshine as we go right back into the afternoon, holding on to see mostly clear to at least mostly sunny skies to partly cloudy conditions. That moisture coming from the west, you see that also down from the south. That's going to continue to sneak over a little bit here locally. It's going to get pulled into the circulation right here, and then we're going to see maybe the possibility of some of that bringing a flurry or two into the forecast area for us, and that's what's going to happen, what we're looking at. As we get into your forecast, I'll have more of that coming up for you in just a moment, so please stick around.
In your consumer news, Walmart is planning on rolling back some of its diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. The retail giant announcing it'll end racial equity training for staff and review its supplier diversity program. The company also plans to monitor its online marketplace for certain products marketed to children. The changes follow similar moves by other major companies like Harley-Davidson and John Deere. A widespread Microsoft outage disrupted businesses worldwide yesterday. The tech giant's Outlook and Teams platforms went dark, with more than 5,000 users reporting problems. Microsoft deployed a fix, and by late evening, most services were back online. California's solar power success is creating an unexpected problem. The state is producing so much solar energy, farms are being forced to cut back, wasting enough power to supply 500,000 homes yearly. The oversupply has doubled since 2021, and it's hitting residents' wallets. Californians now paying twice the national average for electricity, partly because they're paying to generate power that is going unused. The cost of Thanksgiving dinner has some families changing their plans. One mom's viral TikTok about switching from turkey to spaghetti struck a nerve. Here's Mina Dorsen with that story.
We're gonna do spaghetti for Thanksgiving. It's a lot easier.
You try to keep up with the tradition of Thanksgiving, but the way groceries are, unless you're doing a potluck, if you put it just on one person, it breaks the bank.
Last year, Tori Pascal hosted 7 people for a big Thanksgiving feast. But this holiday, burned out by high grocery prices and with a baby due any day now, she'll just be cooking for her husband and kids.
Instead of spending close to $500, I figured I'm gonna keep it simple.
You spent almost $500 last year?
Yes, it was egregious. It hurt, to say the least. And then to turn around knowing that rent was due the next week.
Are you canceling Thanksgiving this year?
A few weeks ago, Pascal posted a TikTok venting about the cost and stress of Thanksgiving these days, and was shocked to see it resonate.
Me doing that beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, yam, lamb, ram, ham, hog, I'm not doing it. I ain't got the funds.
My comment section was just like, sister, you're telling the truth. You feel like you're taking the holidays away from your kids or your family, but when you see you have thousands of other people agreeing, you're just like, okay, so it's not me.
While a traditional Thanksgiving dinner should actually be cheaper to make this year than it was last year, because the prices of some foods have come down, it's still on track to cost 19% more than before the pandemic. And inflation data shows Americans are paying 22% more for groceries than they were in January 2021.
I know for a fact this is probably $50 more than what it was pandemic or pre-pandemic. How did we get to this point of I'm really trying to figure out if I can afford to get a sack of potatoes and some chicken? It feels like the goalpost keeps moving.
What are you hoping for out of this Thanksgiving?
I'm just happy that we get to experience it, even if it's not, you know, the mashed potatoes and green bean casserole type of situation. You enjoying it? Is it okay? I just want my family to know that I love them.
The spaghetti looked great, didn't it? The average price of a 16-pound turkey this year is $25.67. That is down 6% from last year. That's it for your morning consumer news. Time now is 6:20. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett. Art, you do gumbo for Thanksgiving, so you're ahead of the trend.
That's a thing my dad taught me how to do. We do gumbo. Well, that's I'm looking forward to that. Not shopping for it though. In fact, you get into it right now. You're holding on to the possibility of clear skies right now this early morning, but a cold start this early morning as well. Speaking of Thanksgiving meals, look at that. That looks kind of festive as well. I saw candles in there as well too. You're holding on to current temperatures right now. 19 in Ladysmith, Eau Claire at 17. You're going to pick up La Crosse at least 21 degrees, 21 down there in Prairie du Chien. But look at this. This is your feels like temperature. It feels like right now in Eau Claire 6 degrees, 18 degrees in Black River Falls. We are colder than Black River Falls and Sparta. That's what that kind of shakes. I have to shake my head on that one. What's up with that? 11 degrees it feels like in La Crosse. 22 degrees it feels like in Boscobel. Some of these numbers may be a little bit off, but right now fog is not an issue for us because we have the early morning winds going on right now. The winds are up to at least near 10 miles per hour in some cases. And of course, if you get into your gust tracker, well, you're seeing the most temperatures are kind of huddled around, say, 13 to 14 miles per hour. They'll get up to about 20 miles per hour to finish the morning hours. Then they'll taper back down, hold on mostly to the teens and the single-digit numbers as well. We've got some cloud cover out there right now. It's up to the north by Ladysmith there in partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy conditions. We've got mostly clear skies to partly cloudy skies for Eau Claire. You see some of those clouds coming and going. Rainfall also well up to the northeast there, continuing into the forecast with cool conditions still in the forecast for us as well. We'll dust that off and kind of hold on to that cool and maybe even cold as we get closer going into Thursday for Thanksgiving. And that will continue all the way into the end of the week as well. Man, oh man. How about this though? We're looking at the skies for us today starting out. You can see not much in the way of cloud cover, but you'll see more sneaking in slowly but surely as we go into areas by Minnesota and Minneapolis. You're going to see more clouds on the increase. We'll also see the possibility of a light flurry. Now this is a slight chance of this happening for us, kind of moving in the air. And it will be light, not a lot getting to the ground today at all. You'll see most of it kind of melting out, and that's by over areas by Eau Claire, Red Wing, down into Winona, Black River Falls, maybe even La Crosse could see a little bit of that flake or two kind of moving out of the sky and dropping and then melting. We also see the same down for Prairie du Chien and Boscobel. That rotation down there, we have to keep an eye on that to see if that will actually produce some of that snow on the ground. Highs today, 25 to about 35 degrees out there with increasing clouds through the day. We'll call it partly cloudy skies with increasing clouds in the afternoon. Why? Because what you just saw with that rainfall. We get into Eau Claire for the drive forecast. You're looking at 6 a.m. all the way to 10 a.m. You're holding on to slowly increasing clouds with some breezy and gusty winds. La Crosse will hold on to at least clear skies, getting into mostly clear skies for the better part of your day. As far as the rain is concerned, there's nothing we're doing with rainfall. The roadways are dry, but anything that does have some moisture out there will in fact have some ice associated with that as well. We'll get into it over the next few days. As you can see, we're going to be seeing temperatures again in the 30s, holding on to 29 degrees by Thanksgiving. Mostly cloudy skies with more partly cloudy skies on the way with breezy and cold air over our areas with 20s for the next several days to come.
All right, Art, thank you. The time now is 6:23, still ahead. Before you dig into those Thanksgiving leftovers, what you need to know to keep your family safe.
Coming up in the Blitz, a couple area basketball teams heading to overtime, looking for a win going into the Thanksgiving break. That and more coming your way shortly.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley, ooh, I am so going to be the hostess with the mostest now Black Friday event. But don't wait, it's also the Ashley Get Your Hands on These Weekend Doorbuster Deals Black Friday event.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value, plus no monthly payments until next year.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Hey, it's Reed and Chelsea.
We got a message from Mr. Bobby Bones.
Hey everybody, Bobby Bones here. I just want to say thank you for listening to the Bobby Bones Show. We got some ratings back, and we are the #1 morning show, 18 to 49, right here in La Crosse. So thank you so much for listening to the Bobby Bones Show, for listening on Kicks 106.3. We hope to be your friends in the morning. And if you know somebody that hasn't checked us out, tell them, let them know. And again, thank you so much.
Kicks 106.3.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Transform your space with Shaw Vinyl Plank Flooring. It's waterproof, durable, and features an attached pad for added comfort. Manor Hill Vinyl Plank Flooring is $2.99 a square foot after rebate. You need reliable appliances to help you conquer the day. Menards has the largest in-stock appliance selection, ready to take home today. Save over $1,000 on this Maytag laundry pair after sale price and 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
At Ashley, it's not just Black Friday. It's the Ashley, there's no way my husband's snoring is going to keep me awake now Black Friday event. But don't wait, because it's also the Ashley, you can get 0% interest for 72 months Black Friday event.
A local music class is enriching the lives and minds of its students. Wednesday at 10, we'll talk with those impacted by the program and how children learning music before they can walk makes a big difference in their lives. Wednesday at 10.
The Blitz. Well, some area teams are trying to sneak in a game before the Turkey Day festivities put a pause on the early portion of the girls' basketball season. Two of the squads going at it last night, Brookwood and Westby, picked this one up midway through the first half. Inbounds play sets up Ruby Muhlenkamp wide open at the top of the key, and she buries it. Next possession, Norseman responding. Allie Fortin getting good position on the inside, elevating over the defender for the bucket. Post down 3. Then it's more good perimeter shooting by the Falcons. Ashlyn Lyso knocks it home to put Brookwood up by 8. Westby trying to get some momentum before half, and Aaron Gluck with the runner in the lane connecting to beat the buzzer. Must have been a good halftime speech by Coach Hebner as the Norsemen come back and win an OT thriller, 40 to 36. The UWL football team left no doubt about if they should have been a part of the 40-team field this past Saturday when they took down Northwestern 59-14. It was an offensive outburst for UW La Crosse with 602 total yards and 8 touchdowns. The victory marks the 6th straight win for the Eagles, but next up it's third-ranked St. John's, who will enter the matchup unbeaten at 10-0 this year. But UWL will be confident going in as their tough schedule has prepared them for whoever is up next.
I mean, this is all we really think about. We work all year. We play the tough non-conference games at the beginning of the year to get ready for these moments. And we, like you said, we've been through it before, so we got bigger goals than just this first game.
Time to seize an opportunity. So.
Yep.
And the Eagles will look for back-to-back seasons with at least 2 playoff wins. Kickoff is set for noon on Saturday in Collegeville, Minnesota. And what a game back on Sunday in the Greenbrier Tip-Off Championship. The Badgers putting up 54 points in the second half and outscoring Pitt by 13 to win by 6. Wisconsin now is up to number 15 in the latest AP college basketball poll. And once again, John Tonje wins Player of the Week in the Big Ten for the 2nd straight week. And what a pleasant surprise this team has been so far this year. Fun to watch, I'll tell you that. That'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelers is closing forever. Enjoy savings up to 70% off store-wide. Save big at Holton's today. Hurry in.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month, no trade-in needed.
U.S. Cellular.
It's Hy-Vee's Thanksgiving sale, Friday through Wednesday. Hy-Vee canned corn or green beans, just 59 cents. Hy-Vee butter, just $3.49. 6-pack bottles of Pepsi products, just $2.99 each when you buy 4. 5 pounds of gold medal flour, just $2.48. Hy-Vee cream cheese, 3 for just $5. And Hy-Vee shredded bar or cubed cheese, just $1.99. Save in-store and online, Friday through Wednesday, only at Hy-Vee.
News 8 Now presents Center Stage, powered by Maury's. I'm your host, Scott Kellum, and today I'm joined by Ryan. Ryan, you're the general manager of the VW Audi Maury's here in Onalaska, Wisconsin. Now, what we want to talk to everybody about is the Center Stage program. So tell us a little bit about what it is and why it was created.
Absolutely. Maury's is proud, the Volkswagen Audi store is proud to partner up and really support nonprofits in our community. There's an overwhelming number of them that need to be uplifted with some great commercials and advertising, and what better way to do it than the Center Stage program?
Yeah, so anytime you see the Center Stage logo on a commercial, that is a not-for-profit in our area that gives back to the local community that Maury's has generously donated the advertising to, because a lot of these places don't have a budget to advertise with. So Maury's stepped out and said, you know what, we're gonna take care of you. We're going to donate this time, and we're going to let the community know. So what was it that just really spoke to Maury's about that?
Just community-driven projects that really uplift these small nonprofits that need that exposure to build their volunteer base and their budgets that will help them grow, and that makes our community so much better.
So Ryan, we've got a huge footprint with Maury's. Let's talk a little bit about what that encompasses in our area and what that means.
Yeah, we have 7 great stores that are participating, and which is all in the Cooley region. So there's a lot of opportunity to help these nonprofits. So I hope this builds up year over year and we keep growing it.
That's awesome. So again, local businesses helping local not-for-profits and helping our local community, and that's the point of Center Stage. So Ryan, we really appreciate what Maury's and what you all are doing for the community, and we really appreciate your help in reaching out and being active in your local not-for-profits. So again, from Maury's, from Ryan and myself, thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next Center Stage, brought to you by Maury's.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro. The first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelers is closing forever. Enjoy savings up to 70% off store-wide. Save big at Holton's today. Hurry in.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Welcome back. In your morning medical news, the Supreme Court will not hear a challenge to graphic health warnings on cigarette packs and ads, a requirement from a 2020 FDA rule. Major tobacco companies sued, claiming the warnings violate free speech and FDA procedures. While the High Court passed, legal experts say the case could return after moving through lower courts. Get those Thanksgiving leftovers in the fridge within 2 hours if you're not using a warming tray. That's the word from the USDA. They also say they'll stay safe, those leftovers, that is, to eat for 4 days in the fridge. If you freeze them, you've got 6 months, but everything needs to be heated to 165 degrees before you serve it. These rules apply to all dishes from turkey to green bean casserole. You can find more safety tips at USDA.gov. While storing leftovers is one challenge, getting through dinner might be another. Politics, lifestyle choices, even generational gaps can turn Turkey Day tense. Here's Ivan Rodriguez with some tips to keep the peace at your holiday table.
Every 4 years, Thanksgiving dinner is often served with the hot side of post-election emotions. And the mere mention of politics or social issues may be enough to turn a family feast into a family feud.
We oftentimes talk about there being a price of admission to having conversations. And one of the prices of admission is that you recognize that some self-regulation might be a part of that.
Etiquette expert Daniel Post-Senning of the Emily Post Institute advises building connections over shared experiences, from things like the weather and traffic to something that's happening around you. But if you do choose to wade into controversy, it's important to test the water first.
Get your etiquette antenna out. You might be very comfortable talking about politics, but there's no guarantee that that's the way other people are feeling or approaching those same topics.
It's also best to be cognizant of how those around you are feeling, according to psychologist Lynn Bufka.
I think it's really incumbent on those who feel that they won to really be as gracious as possible about that and as open as possible to their family members.
And to remember that your loved ones are imperfect people who you have long-standing relationships with.
They're not all good or all bad. They're just complicated people with different points of view.
But if the anxiety of a fraught feast has you angling for an excuse,
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Senning says it's bad form to back out.
A new locally controlled hospital could be coming to Chippewa Falls. The health cooperative there said it has earned a nonprofit status and completed planning studies. Officials say the facility would offer broader care than Aspirus's planned hospital. The public can learn more on December 9th. Local interns with disabilities are learning job skills at Amplify Health. For the third straight year, Gunderson Medical Foundation presented Project Search students with $20,000. The interns rotate through departments like food service and childcare, learning both hands-on skills and daily classroom lessons. They're among more than 200 students in the program across Wisconsin.
The funds we received today really give them an experience to grow beyond the walls, even of the world of work, that gives them the chance to grow personally and professionally.
Project Search has grown to more than 700 programs in the U.S. and 11 internationally. La Crosse and Monroe County are taking part in a new project to increase fairness in the court system. News 8 Now's Allison Fergit has those details.
La Crosse and Monroe are two of only a handful of courts nationwide chosen for the Fairness Challenge pilot project, which aims to improve the court experience for litigants. In court, having trust in the system means everything.
We want the public to feel like they've been treated fairly.
But the last few years have posed challenges to the judicial system. The COVID-19 pandemic led to changes that Ziegler says can be difficult to navigate.
We do a lot more Zoom meetings, Zoom calls for court hearings, a lot of remote court hearings. So that is a challenge.
And some are worried about what that means for the courts going forward.
There have certainly been concerns over time that there's been some deterioration of public trust and confidence in our judiciary.
But the Fairness Challenge pilot project is trying to improve that trust. LaGrada Consulting developed the program, which is supported by the State Justice Institute, a federal agency that awards grants to improve the quality of justice in state courts. The Fairness Challenge pilot project will provide trainings to ensure court proceedings are seen as impartial and respectful, with a focus on remote proceedings and self-represented individuals.
So this is a way to show that we take those concerns seriously. We want them to feel heard. We want individuals in the courtroom to feel respected.
That feeling of respect is crucial. Research shows that litigants who believe they were treated fairly are more likely to comply with court orders and have a positive view of the judicial process, even if their case didn't go the way they wanted it to.
The better that we can work with the public and make sure that they feel that they've been respected, treated fairly, and heard is extremely important.
Ziegler says participating judges will do self-assessments, go through trainings, and receive peer support to improve their courtrooms. Part of the Fairness Challenge also includes listening to feedback. Right now, the courts are creating short surveys for litigants to take when they leave the courtroom.
It'll be questions such as, did the judge treat you fairly today? Do you feel the judge was respectful to you? All important things for procedural fairness.
La Crosse and Monroe are two of just a handful of courts nationwide taking part in the 9-month pilot project. But Ziegler believes it will have a lasting and widespread impact.
Hopefully we can expand this much farther than Monroe and La Crosse counties.
The courts are currently finalizing the survey details. They plan to have litigants start filling them out by the start of December.
All right, the time now is 6:38. Let's check in with Art to tell us what to expect on our morning commute.
All right, Alexandra, and away we go with that. It's going to be a cold start to as you head on out. That's the first thing you're going to notice. So you may want to layer up this early morning. Temperatures are in the teens and in the 20s right now, in the low 20s currently. As we get into it here, what I've got going on for you, the wind gusts are pretty much saving us from the fog and low cloud activity. Let's get that jumble out of the way. 13 degrees or miles per hour going into La Crosse. Then we'll tack on everybody else. Medford up to 20 miles per hour. You'll see down to the south 11 miles per hour. This will continue through the better part of the morning hours. You get to Ladysmith at 18, 15 in Eau Claire, right back down to Arcadia at least 14, La Crosse at 12 once we get into the noon hour, and then it begins to break on down. We've got the cloud cover out there for you right now, holding on to Ladysmith, at least for mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies right now. Eau Claire holding on to mostly clear skies currently. And down to the south, though, La Crosse is looking pretty good. As you get in the central portion all the way down to the south, you're looking at clearer skies there. Cool air for now, and that's going to change gradually. We'll have all the cold air with cooler air and mild air down to the south. This will switch on over as we go into tomorrow, but you can see by Wednesday we've got cooler air, but Thursday is going to show some colder air on the way. Now, eventually temperatures today, middle 20s, middle 30s, increasing clouds through the day with cool conditions for the afternoon. Looking at your morning commute, looking like this for 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., 18 in Eau Claire, getting to 20 to 23 degrees all the way into the late morning. La Crosse will hold on to at least getting into around, say, 22 to about 25 degrees, and that's a look at your forecast under mostly clear skies to partly cloudy conditions. That's your forecast. Coming up in our Buzz Report, Back to the Future is selling one of its most famous props from its second film. What could that possibly be? Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford SUVs, including Escape, Bronco Sport, and Explorer. Get holiday ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford SUVs. That's how you get holiday ready. Now get up to $3,000 in total cash on a brand new 2025 Ford Explorer. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Did I miss it? Did I miss it? Did I miss Black Friday?
Oh, I'd never let you miss Black Friday. It's only the best shopping day of the best shopping season. Plus, I can't curate all these great deals on great gifts by myself.
Well, I hope you got some sleep too.
Oh, the gift guide never sleeps.
Really?
I'm actually very tired. This holiday season, let Macy's be your guide to gifting.
I've suffered from shoulder pain for about 22 years. It got to where I couldn't even wash my hair. I couldn't even brush my teeth without pain.
That's when Sophia checked out QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. All natural treatments to restore and repair your damaged joint tissue and get you back to living a normal life again with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime.
I chose QC Kinetics because my son, he had had his back done, and he had great success with it.
Join tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have found lasting relief from their joint pain. Request a free consultation and find out if you're qualified for this therapeutic breakthrough. Call 715-447-7980.
I was in the shower washing my hair and I realized, oh my God, I'm washing my hair and it doesn't hurt. I'm pain-free and I want to thank you, QC Kinetics.
Isn't it time you got your life back? Call now for your free consultation. 715-447-7980. 715-447-7980.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Well, good morning to you and welcome back. The clouds are still holding on to us right there. You can see it pretty much heading over Wisconsin. There's portions of it to the north, though. Up in Eau Claire, looking at least partly to mostly cloudy skies. La Crosse holding on to clearing skies right now, with Eau Claire holding on to mostly clear skies. More clouds are on the way, and they're starting to sneak in, heading towards the Twin Cities. And as that happens, eventually we'll see increasing clouds through the day. Wet roadways, if they're out there, please be careful. Kids on bicycles or folks that are driving their vehicles or folks getting out of their car or walking walking around, they will be icy. And of course, we go into the clouds increasing today, as I've mentioned, to partly cloudy skies with more clouds on the way for this evening, getting at least to mostly cloudy skies with increasing clouds later on for everyone else. We're also looking at La Crosse right now at 21 degrees, Eau Claire at 17 degrees. Not much in the way of cloud cover for La Crosse, as you can see, maybe a little fog in the river valleys. La Crosse holds on to forecast today, looking at 20 degrees for at least 7 o'clock, getting into potentially icy roadways if they are around, or of course, like I mentioned, kids on bicycles trying to go through puddles. Heading home though, 33 degrees expected today with partly cloudy skies, but those clouds will continue to increase. Even Eau Claire getting into mostly clear skies by the 7 a.m. hour, and of course, breezy conditions, wet roadways equals icy, so please be careful. Heading home, 29 degrees expected, so not a lot of temperature out there this early morning, getting into the afternoon. We're holding on to clouds coming in as we go right through the day. You're holding on to about 11 o'clock. Clouds are still up to the north. Some of them will start to sneak in from the west, as I mentioned before. You can see them coming, but what's also coming with them? Maybe a light flurry. It's a slight chance of a light flurry working to the area. Some of it may not get to the ground, but you can see from Red Wing all the way to Eau Claire, extending to Black River Falls, possibly as high getting up to La Crosse, and then down to Black River Falls, and down to Boscobel, as well as Prairie du Chien, with that area of low pressure swirling around. La Crosse today, while you're looking for the morning hours, you're looking at 21 to at least about 33 degrees through the morning hours with increasing clouds through the day. You'll also see 7 a.m. for Eau Claire getting into 19 for the 20s. By the time you get in the late morning hours, upper 20s by the noon hour, and 1 o'clock, you're looking at least 3 p.m., 29 degrees with increasing clouds through the day to finish out in the evening for your commute. Boston Logan holding on to mostly sunny skies today with of course, the storms coming in later on with overcast conditions. Other locations are showing some sunshine in San Francisco, getting into Chicago O'Hare with clear skies for now. And of course, you see over in Seattle, you could see some clouds coming. Not much in the way of any type of delays for flights, so get out there and have a great trip wherever you're going for your holiday and on the way back home. We'd like to see you come back. In fact, temperatures today, 25 to 35 degrees, and cooler air extending into milder conditions as we go through the next few days. We're going to be holding on to the possibility of temperatures in the 30s today, with upper 30s for tomorrow, still in the cool with colder temperatures on the way for Thanksgiving as well as beyond. Be safe out there.
In our Morning Buzz report, nominations are out for this year's Billboard Music Awards. Country singer-songwriter Zach Bryan leading the way. He's up for 18 awards, including Top Artist. Taylor Swift is looking for her record 4th Top Artist trophy. She's a finalist in 16 categories. You can see the Billboard Music Awards Thursday, December 12th. Oscar winner Angelina Jolie did extensive training for her latest film role. The Academy Award winner portrays opera singer Maria Callas in the film Maria. In preparation for the role, Jolie had to go through months of vocal training. Maria opens in theaters tomorrow.
In Jamaica, nothing haunts like history. But people make it new every day.
A new mystery thriller series is set in Kingston, Jamaica. It was created by award-winning Jamaican author Marlon James. Get Millie Black is streaming now on HBO.
He's on a hoverboard!
Possibly the most famous prop from Back to the Future Part 2 is on the auction block. It is the film's only screen-used wooden hoverboard, complete with harnesses and signed by Michael J. Fox and others. Fox's stunt double, Charlie Crowell, has had it ever since and is donating half the proceeds to the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's research. Yeah, we don't use hoverboards as much as we were supposed to by now, do we?
No, we didn't.
Haven't quite found a safe use for them. Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Crew is turning 8 weeks old today. He loves being held by his mom, his dad, and staring up at the ceiling fan in their living room.
And Samantha's turning 8. She loves softball, gymnastics, and riding four-wheelers.
All right, happy birthday to all of you. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab. The time now is 6:48. Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is up next.
Keep your vehicle clean at ShipShape Car Wash in Onalaska. Unlimited car wash is only $19.99 per month. Your choice of soft touch or touchless automatic, just $19.99 per month. And we do dualies. ShipShape Car Wash next to Festival Foods in Onalaska.
Hurry
Hurry into Shopko Optical before your vision benefits expire. Our professional team will walk you through your options, and together, we will maximize your benefits on exams, frames, contact lenses, and more. Your personalized eye care awaits. Visit Shopko Optical today.
Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. Fire Safety Month is here. Protect your family in case of fire and carbon monoxide emergencies. This carbon monoxide alarm is $13.96 after rebate. Finish your project with Drydex color changing spacking from DAP. It features a dry time indicator that goes on pink and dries white once it's ready to sand and paint. An 8-ounce container is $2.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford trucks, including F-150, part of the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Ford F-Series. Get holiday ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford trucks. That's how you get holiday ready. Get up to $88.45 in total savings or lease F-150 for just $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
The gift of relaxation and pampering is the perfect gift to give this holiday season. It is the Sue Colby's experience, the gift your special someone is really hoping for, and the gift she really deserves. Order your gift cards online today at SueColby's.com or pick them up at Sue Colby's Salon and Day Spa, because she deserves the very best.
Your eyewear should be as individual as you. With Shopko Optical's extensive selection of frames and lenses, our optometrists will learn about you and help you customize the right choice for your lifestyle. Visit Shopko Optical and find your new signature style today.
Keep your vehicle clean at ShipShape Car Wash in Onalaska. Unlimited car wash is only $19.99 per month. Your choice of soft touch or touchless automatic, just $19.99 per month. And we do dualies. ShipShape Car Wash next to Festival Foods in Onalaska.
A local music class is enriching the lives and minds of its students. Wednesday at 10, we'll talk with those impacted by the program and how children learning music before they can walk makes a big difference in their lives. Wednesday at 10.
Yep, it's that time of year. But whether it's this or this, you can trust the First Warn Weather Team to help you plan your day right. First Warn Weather. When you expect more, turn to News 8.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com. The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Welcome back. It's 6:52. Time for your morning news now. Multiple fire departments were called to an Onalaska house fire early this morning. The call came in around 1:15. Flames engulfing a home being built on Emerald Valley Drive. Lacrosse, Shelby, Holman, and Onalaska crews were all dispatched. Within minutes, most departments were released from the scene.
In an initial cruise, the lieutenant on duty asked for MABUS, our box car, to the first level, which brings in some resources from around the area, just due to the initial reports of a large structure fully involved.
Crews on scene said with limited building materials inside the unfinished home, they were able to contain it quickly. A former Rivercrest elementary teacher pleaded not guilty in court yesterday to 10 felony child sex crime charges. 25-year-old Madison Bergman allegedly had an inappropriate relationship with an 11-year-old student in her class. Investigators say Bergman and the child exchanged more than 35,000 text messages. She's free on a $25,000 cash bond and returns to court December 19th. The federal judge overseeing the 2020 election case against former President Trump agreed to dismiss the charges. The move came hours after a request from special counsel Jack Smith. He also asked to remove the president-elect as a defendant in the classified document case. Local food pantries are feeling the pinch of inflation as the holiday approaches. Food banks officials say they're seeing fewer donations compared to last year while serving 1,500 families monthly. That number is expected to climb during the holidays. Inflation isn't the only reason donations are down.
Cost of groceries is high. That affects your bottom dollar. It also affects ours.
As we head into Thanksgiving, The executive director of Wafer says some of the items flying off the shelves include soup, side dishes, and canned meat. Time's running out for La Crosse residents to use the city's yard waste site. The brush and yard waste facility will close at 6 p.m. tonight. After that, you'll need to take your yard waste to the county landfill. A new locally controlled hospital could be coming to Chippewa Falls. The health cooperative there said it's earned a nonprofit status and completed planning studies. Officials say the facility would offer broader care than Aspirus's planned hospital. The public can learn more on December 9th. Local interns with disabilities are learning job skills at Amplify Health. For the third straight year, Gunderson Medical Foundation presented Project Search students with $20,000. The interns rotate through departments like food service and childcare, learning both hands-on skills and daily classroom lessons.
The funds we received today really give them an experience to grow beyond the walls, even of the world of work, that gives them the chance to grow personally and professionally.
Project Search has grown to more than 700 programs in the U.S. and expanded internationally as well.
As we get into your forecast, we'll see cooler conditions today. We'll also see it tomorrow as well. Then once we get past Wednesday going into Thursday, yeah, colder air starts to sneak in, and that'll stay with us over the next few days. How about winter beginning? That's coming up soon as well, December 21st. And you can see that at 3:20 a.m. That's, of course, that's a ways away, but we'll talk about that as well. 25 to 35 degrees for your local temperatures today under increasing clouds through the day. 34 for your high in La Crosse, looking at mostly sunny skies to partly cloudy skies through the day, and then eventually we'll see more partly cloudy skies to finish out most of the week with cooler and colder temperatures on the way.
All right, a spooky holiday tradition lit up a Slovenian town this weekend. The Krampus Parade featured costume devils roaming streets with fire and whips, part of a centuries-old Alpine custom. Unlike Santa, these creatures were created to scare misbehaving children, bringing coal instead of gifts. The growing festival now draws participants from across Europe. Looks pretty scary.
Yeah, it's pretty much scared of a grown-up man right here as well. So
I would think so. Being there with all of those people in the dark too, yeah,
right.
That would scare me into some good behavior.
Thank
you. Thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Tuesday and stay warm, right, Art?
Yes, ma'am.
Try to stay warm.
All right.